Hi, I'm going to try to speak in English in this video. English is really one of my weakest languages, so I'm sorry. It's going to be a little bit random, just to give an explanation as to why I basically disappeared for weeks. And this is my first video in English. Usually my videos are almost all in Dutch, but I haven't spoken Dutch for weeks now, and I don't think I'm capable of explaining things clearly and give a good explanation in Dutch for the moment, because I haven't practiced a lot, and I just want to say things clearly and directly and not having to think about how to say them. Also, we've been watching Downton Abbey and Stranger Things, and I'm reading a book in English at the moment, so English is just more present in my mind right now than Dutch, so I'll just try it. So, just to give some context, I live in Spain, but I have a Dutch boyfriend, and I've been learning Dutch for 3 years now, but I've been sharing it online for 2 years. So yes, I've been sharing my journey of learning Dutch and words I'm learning, how the process is going and everything. I've met so many amazing people. Everything was fine until I realized that for me, posting about learning Dutch and learning Dutch was the same thing, and I couldn't learn Dutch for 1 hour and not post about it. But if I didn't share it, it felt like I hadn't done it. Like the two things were exactly the same in my mind. I think it's going to be a little difficult at first now for me to dissociate the two, because they were so connected. And at first it wasn't like that at all. This happened progressively. It started happening more and more until it came to a point recently where if I learned a word or I read a book in Dutch and I didn't share it, it felt like I hadn't read the book or that I wasn't learning the vocabulary. I realized that it was a bit strange to think like that. So this is also why last month I didn't really post a lot of me studying Dutch itself, because I wanted to try to separate the two a little bit. It's weird because although I'm so happy I started this account and I started sharing it because I've met so many amazing people, I have like this feeling that I'm not alone in the process and that I can rely on other people to explain things to me. And Dutch people are honestly amazing, are so helpful, and I'm so grateful. Because you can start posting online, but you don't always know which audience you'll attract. So it feels weird now to be saying this because it sounds crazy. It sounds like what you mean. You can't learn a language and not share it. And yeah, I'm a bit ashamed that I didn't realize that it was happening to me, because I was enjoying the process so much that I didn't realize. When everything was going well and people were nice and I was enjoying it and I had so many ideas of content that I wanted to make, and yeah, everything went well. I just said it already, but I'm so happy I started this account. I'm just amazed at how nice some people are, for no reason really other than to help me learn their language and explain the grammar to me, or explain, I don't know, just share their experience with me. I also know that my content has helped people to finally learn Dutch after 10 or more years living in the Netherlands. And that's actually one of the reasons that make me so grateful and happy that I started, because yeah, to me, learning a language, especially if you live in that country, I think it's important, and I value it when people do that here in Spain. Obviously, I'm not like judging people who don't learn the language. It's okay, like everybody has their life and their reason to do or not do things. It's okay, but to me, it's important, and I know how hard it is to learn a language. So that's why I'm so happy that people have seen my content and thought, okay, if she can do it, I can do it too. I can also learn Dutch. I really don't want this video to be like me complaining about social media or complaining about things. I'm saying it's amazing, but it also has its bad parts if you're not careful. When it didn't go so well and maybe I had hate comments or people misunderstanding what I was trying to say, because some sometimes when I got mean comments, I didn't feel like going on Instagram or posting a reel. I didn't feel like it, but I didn't realize that what I didn't feel like was to be on social media, but I could still learn that for myself. I would stop both of these things, and I would just take a break from both, because for me they were both the same thing. And if I learned something in Dutch and didn't share it with other people, it felt like I was wasting my time. This is not me rationally thinking that this is the truth. It's just a feeling I had. Yeah, I felt this and I believed it. And I know now that it's not true, and I just can't believe I thought like this, but I just didn't realize. 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was sitting here on the sofa and I started crying and crying and crying and feeling so lost and bad, and I didn't know why. I had just been sick or something, and I didn't know why I wasn't feeling okay. It felt good. It felt like relief, and it felt like something I needed, but I didn't expect it, and I was a little scared. I didn't know what was happening. I realized that I needed a break from social media, from posting and also using it, because I kept posting and posting reels and stories, and it didn't feel right anymore. It felt like I was forcing myself, which was so weird, because for 2 years or more it never felt that way. I always was so motivated, and I was so happy to talk with people and have conversations, and I don't know, I just loved it. When I had this feeling of rejection from it, I just didn't want it. And maybe this feels weird to hear, but when you're posting 4 or more reels a week on Instagram and then 2 videos weekly on YouTube, it felt scary to suddenly stop. Just felt like I needed permission to stop, like I couldn't just stop. But I decided, okay, it's either I stop now and take a break, or I force myself to keep going. Because sometimes I'm really good at discipline and keep going. But this didn't feel like I was being lazy or procrastinating. It felt different. It felt like it was impossible for me to keep going. Like I needed a change, and it didn't feel like me. I don't know. And the only reason I stopped, and I said this today to my boyfriend too, when I told him I was going to film this video, I told him the only reason I stopped really was because I was convinced that this was the end of the channel and me learning Dutch. I was going to stop and never upload anything again. And it's taken me 2 weeks or 3, I don't know anymore, to feel better and take a break, and now I feel so much better. So I'm so happy I took a break. And I thought that after 2 weeks I would know what to do, and I would have so many new ideas for content and be so excited again, which is not the case. I feel so much better, but I'm also very lost, and I don't know what I'm going to do next. I might make a video next week in Dutch if I'm brave enough to do it, because I just feel like the last video of this channel, if there's a last video, should be in Dutch. And I also thought, okay, since this is not a source of income really for me right now, and it's not a job, then it's a hobby. And I'm not saying that it's normal for a job to make you feel bad, but it's especially not right for a hobby to take so much time out of your life. It's not okay to feel stressed about a hobby that you do in your free time and that should be relaxing. It was relaxing and amazing for so long, but at some point it didn't feel aligned with who I am right now. I felt like I had outgrown my content, and what I was sharing didn't feel like me anymore. It felt like I was just staying in the past and forcing myself sometimes. But I've learned now that there's a difference between being disciplined and not listening to yourself. So for so long I was the girl who lives in Spain and is learning Dutch, but I don't know if that's right for me anymore. And I also felt a little bit trapped, which is my fault, because I've been sharing so much about Dutch and learning Dutch, and it's not such an important or big part of my life anymore. I just felt like I was in this bubble, and that if I shared anything that wasn't Dutch related, then I wasn't important enough on social media, which now just feels so stupid to think about, because it's not the case. I'm still important even if I get 0 views. It's okay, I don't mind. And also I can see now people follow me for the Dutch content, and it's logic that if I post something else, then it's not going to be as relatable, which is, I understand it completely now, and I didn't before because I was so attached to what I was sharing. So I needed a break from posting, but I also needed a break from using it. Scrolling on TikTok to relax isn't relaxing. It's not relaxing and it's not good. It took that moment of crying and feeling so bad and lost to just say I need a break and I need to go live life outside of social media and to not see anyone that isn't people that I love and people that are around me in my real life. I didn't want to see stories from other people or reels. I didn't want to see anything for weeks. I was just so tired of everything. These past few weeks, I've realized that this was the best decision. I'm so happy. I haven't felt so at peace in such a long time and so relieved, and I feel like my head is a lot clearer now. I can think clearly, and I didn't even delete the apps. I just stopped using them. It started with one Saturday. I left my phone at home and we all went to buy plants and go play paddle, be outside for the whole day. And because I was with my boyfriend and my sister, I didn't need my phone, so I left it at home, and it felt amazing to just be present. I feel like I finally have a distance between real life and social media, and it feels healthy. When I do share things, I share it because I want to. I don't care now if people don't like it, or I keep saying off instead of or if people, I don't know, I just don't care. I do it because I enjoy it. And I didn't realize also that this hobby was taking up so much of my time, which is fine when you enjoy doing it. I loved it, so I didn't mind. But I was spending so much time uploading, preparing, posting, editing, replying to comments. A week I was spending so much time doing that. And these past few weeks I didn't have to do that. So I had so much free time to just do nothing, sit on the sofa and just think, or go to the gym more. I have a new hobby now. I started knitting and I love it. I've read more books, and just having the space to just not do anything. I think that's so important. I've also started meditation. Meditation feels a little bit weird if you don't know what it is, or you just have an idea, not very clear idea of what it is, but it's actually amazing. And the way I would describe it, it's like you put distance between you and your thoughts, and you're able to realize that you're not your thoughts, that they're separate things. It helped me so much, so I highly recommend trying if you're feeling some of the feelings that I've had. My only plan that I have for now is to keep doing what I've been doing, which is taking more free time for myself, and slowly go back to posting. If you want to see more of my life, I'll share maybe more on Instagram, and just take this whole experience as a lesson. I've learned so much about myself. I've learned just to trust in myself and know that sometimes I'm not being lazy and I'm not procrastinating. I just need a break, and it's okay to need a break from time to time. Not to wait until the weekend to have a break. If I need a break and it's a Monday, then I can take it, because I know that if I take that break, I'll feel so much better the next day and I'll be so much more ready to do things. So it's fine. Like, it goes in cycles. Sometimes you feel great, sometimes you don't, and it's fine. I've also learned that I can spend a whole day without taking my phone, and I thought I was addicted to my phone, but I'm not. Like, if I don't have it around me and I'm not seeing it, then I don't care. I don't use it. If I start scrolling, then it's hard to stop at that moment. So Saturday is, for example, now my detox day, my digital detox day, where I don't use my phone at all for the whole day, and I don't see any emails, I don't see anything, and it feels amazing. I highly recommend. I think we can all spend one day a week without checking anything and just being in real life. I think that's so good for everyone. Anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you. If you're someone who has been here for since the beginning, thank you so much. Thank you to all the amazing Dutch people who have helped me learn Dutch. Thank you to everyone. Thank you to all the people who are also learning Dutch like me. I feel like I wasn't alone in this whole process. Thanks to the people who watch everything I post. I'm happy and I'm grateful, and I'm just going to stay positive and think about the positive things I've learned. Thank you for watching. Bye.